The drowned one. I never believed in ghosts. Not until that night at Montera Beach. It was close to midnight. My friends and I had made a small bonfire, far from the crowds. The sound of the waves was hypnotic, and the cold air smelled like salt and burnt wood. We were laughing, drinking, when someone noticed a figure standing at the shoreline. It looked like a man, completely still, staring at the horizon. We thought maybe he was a fisherman, but when the waves reached his waist, he didn't move, not an inch. I grabbed my phone flashlight and shouted, "Hey, are you okay?" The light caught his face for just a second. He had no eyes, just dark, hollow sockets filled with water. My stomach dropped. The figure started walking toward us, slowly, step by step. His clothes dripped seawater as if he'd just crawled out from the bottom. My friends ran. I tripped in the sand, and something cold grabbed my ankle, a wet, heavy hand. Since that night, every time I fall asleep, I can hear the sound of waves beneath my bed, and when I close my eyes, I feel that same hand pulling me under.
2. The Whispering Shells. My grandmother had a beach house. She always said, "Shells carry voices from the ocean, but not all of them should be heard." In the summer of 2008, I stayed there alone for a few days. While walking along the beach, I found a large seashell, gray, cracked, with a black edge, almost burnt looking. I held it to my ear, expecting to hear the sea, but instead, I heard a voice. A woman's voice, faint and trembling, whispering for help. I laughed it off until that night when the shell began to vibrate on the bedside table. I panicked, threw it out the window, but the next morning it was back, sitting on the porch, covered in wet sand. That night, the voice returned, louder, clearer. "If you don't return me, I'll take your voice instead." Since then, I haven't spoken a word. The only sound I hear now is the ocean inside my head.
3. The Red Tide. I worked as a lifeguard on the Pacific coast. Everything changed one morning when the water turned red. At first, we thought it was algae or sediment, but the smell, it was thick, metallic, like blood. Something washed up on the shore. It wasn't human. It looked like the body of a woman, but her skin was covered in dark, shimmering scales. Her eyes were open, black, and empty. The police arrived. They took the body away, told us not to talk. But that night, the fishermen said they could hear singing beneath the water. Weeks later, during my shift, I heard it too. A voice, soft and beautiful, rising from the waves. I leaned closer to the water and saw eyes staring back at me. Then I heard a whisper. She was never meant to leave. Something pulled my leg and everything went black. When I woke up, I was lying on the beach, my ankles bruised, and the ocean was calling my name. They say the beach is peaceful, a place to relax, but the ocean doesn't forgive, and it never forgets. Next time you hear the waves whispering your name, maybe, just maybe, it's someone who never made it back.